Armor Rogue here. I think even at +1, there's no way he one-shots, and I actually one-shot him with a crit. Did the crit matter? Somebody let me know in the comments down below if you guys do run a damage calc. Did the crit actually matter, or did I get a clean one-shot anyways without a crit? I live a Psyshock. Knockoff doesn't KO, but it does a shit ton of damage. What is up, everybody? Back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation G, VGC. At least I'm recording this, there's about a week from when Regulation G drops officially in-game. We actually get the official rules announced for the next Regulation G format iteration number 2 for 2025. So, kind of wanted to feature some of the really cool stuff at the start of the regulation. Maybe you guys can take some inspiration from this and either build your own teams or maybe use some of these teams to use on the ranked ladder when it drops about a week from now, or on Showdown if you guys are ballsy enough to use it on there. I think the main issue with this format, if you guys want to really test your teams on Showdown, is even your low ladder on Showdown is just so sweaty because everybody's using rentals. Nobody actually wants to build their own original teams. For some reason, it's just literally this fucking copy-paste spam rental team central on Showdown, so I don't know how accurate Showdown actually is compared to in-game, at least from what I've been playing on there so far recently. So, got a really cool Zekrom team for you guys today, though. Probably one of the worst restricteds overall to be using in this format, just mainly because it's literally outshadowed by Miraidon in every single way. And people are actually going to be prepared for Miraidon, so that by default kind of makes Zekrom useless because people already have checks for another electric dragon type. That's just way better than you anyways, so kind of a cool Zekrom team by Evan. Featured a few of their teams on the channel before, always just puts on some really fun, cool teams every regulation, so they're also probably way better of a team builder and a battler than I am. I know they also play in the GC and a bunch of other online tournaments and that type of thing, so they probably play way more Showdown than I actually do. I know they're probably way better of a player than I am. I'm gonna kind of go through this team. I'm gonna kind of break it down for you guys. We're gonna hop in some games. If you guys want to use this team, rental in the corner, paste down below if you guys want to use this team on Showdown or wherever, if you guys want to use it on there for whatever reason. Got the Zekrom on this team with the clear amulet, that way you can't be intimidated spammed or parting shot spammed by an Incineroar or Snarl or anything else pretty much that wants to lower your stats, Icy Wind, that type of thing. So overall, what you're really going to want to be doing with this thing is trying to set up a Dragon Dance and just trying to do as much damage as you can before you die. You have base, I think it's 90 speed, but you have a really solid attack stat. You have okay bulk. You're a little bit more bulky than Miraidon actually is, so you can maybe live 1 or 2 hits. With an Intimidate support from this team, maybe it'll give you something you can maybe try to do with, set up with. You have Wide Guard too on this team as well, can maybe try to help you alongside that, but mainly what you're going to try to do is just try to do damage with this thing and just hopefully do as much damage as you can before you die. It's kind of what it's really there for. It's kind of a budget Miraidon that's just a physical variant instead of a special variant. It's kind of what it is on this team. Apart from that, you got the Fabled 3, the 3 mons that are literally on 95% of your teams for Regulation G again. I don't know, I'm literally fucking nauseated by how many fucking teams I play against with Incineroar or Shifu Water and Rillaboom on him again. It's literally nothing changed. Literally nothing changed from Regulation G at the start of 2024. It's literally the same fucking shit again, which I was hoping people would actually experiment with the second iteration of Regulation G, but everybody's just using the same fucking garbage, which makes sense if you want to use the same stuff that already has results and then can win games and has proven itself. That, by all means, that's what people are going to do, but I just thought people would be a little bit more original and actually try a few different things out for this next regulation. But you got the Incineroar with the safety goggles on this team, just a really standard set with Terra Water. Scarf for Shifu alongside Pelipper, no-brainer. Almost on every team, whether it's with Pelipper or alongside Kyogre, one of those type things, or Tornadus. Then you got the AV standard Rillaboom just for a soft check to Miraidon, kind of more of a check to that, kind of switch terrains. And there's a decent check to Miraidon and a few other things, so kind of what it really is. I don't know, I'm really already Like, we aren't even in the Regulation G already, and like, I'm already sick of seeing Incineroar or Shifu and Rillaboom on every fucking team. I really am. Got the booster energy Flutter main on this team just to fill out this team with the fairy type. So, kind of what's really there. Otherwise, just a really standard set. And you got the Sash Blipper with Wide Guard Tailwind, just more of a supportive mon, just to deal some damage and kind of spam Wide Guard or Tailwind to give this team a speed boost. Apart from that, this team's literally just like a really standard team. I actually wouldn't be surprised if, like, in team building, like, they just took one mon off this team and they just threw the Zekrom mon and just, like, kept everything else. It's kind of what the team really looks like, but Zekrom's so bad to where, like, I think you just have to pair it with, like, some of the most common shit that actually can maybe help this thing and maybe enable it to try to do something. So, at the same time, do I really blame him? Probably not. I don't know, I guess if I would try to build around Zekrom, my team would probably fall over on its face, because I would be using a bunch of other random garbage that probably doesn't do anything, so I don't know. Top in some games, see how this team does. Over here with the game. My opponent's running an illegal mon, so technically it's like a Regulation G team, I guess, if you want to consider that. Opponent has the Manaphy, Chien-Pao, Toxtricity, Darkspun, Armor Rogue, and Meowscarada. And Chien-Pao. I don't know, I forgot if I said Chien-Pao or not. What do I want to do here? Zekrom actually looks pretty good here. If I can get Tailwind up, it actually is pretty good. I think what I do here is I lead Zekrom, Incineroar. What else do I want to bring here? I really like Flutter Mane in this game too, and I also like the Wide Guard just to kind of prevent him from spamming like spread moves, which I think he probably wants to do here. I think I bring the Pelipper in the back. I kind of want the Urshifu here as well, actually. I'm going to bring the Urshifu instead. I was going to bring the Flutter Mane just mainly for the Chien-Pao, but I think if I can set up the Zekrom enough in this match, the Zekrom can actually put in some work, it's winnable. It's definitely winnable with the Zekrom, but like I gotta be really careful how I play. If you guys like the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. For some reason, like 85% of you guys are not subscribed, so if you are new or you're still watching my videos and are not subscribed, subscribe down below. Huge red button, completely free. It keeps you up to date when I upload and when I go live. It really helps out the channel. Armor Rogue actually has Clear Amulet, which is really weird. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to Dragon Dance. I'm going to Dragon Dance, and I'm going to fake out Darkspun here. I get a crit off the fake out. He needs Rocky Helmet. I'm going to try to set up. It's kind of really ballsy to do, but I'm going to try to do it. Okay, Calm Mind, that's fine. I don't give a shit about Calm Mind at all, that's fine. Let's see about how much a +1 Bolt Strike does to a Darkspun. I'm really curious, and then I got knockoff, so I'm just gonna knock off the Armor Rogue here. I think even a +1, there's no way he one-shots, and I actually one-shot him with a crit. Did the crit matter? Somebody let me know in the comments down below if you guys do run a damage calc. Did the crit actually matter, or did I get the clean one-shot anyways without a crit? I live a Psyshock. Knockoff doesn't KO, but it does a shit ton of damage. He has Manaphy. If he's max speed, he'll outspeed me here, but if he's not max speed, and if he's more of a bulky variant, I will outspeed him. So I'm gonna just go for the Bolt Strike here, or if he goes for Terra, I guess, if he's Terra Grass. I'm just gonna knock off here. I think if I were him, I would go after the Incineroar here, though, but it's kind of risky. Just gonna knock off again. I do outspeed him, he's not max speed. I miss the Bolt Strike. Yes, he's... He's dive Manaphy, what? Okay. Of course I missed, because I'm pretty sure a +1 Bull Strike would have one-shotted a Manaphy, that's for sure. That's a big miss. That sucks though, because the Zekrom would have put in a bunch of work. Sad. I don't know, I think what I do here... I think it's going to Polyper here. I think the Incineroar drops anyways. Even if I boost the dive damage with Rain. His Toxicity too, that's a bit of a problem actually. Part of me actually wants to switch the Incineroar out into the Urshifu, but I don't want to catch like a Discharge or whatever, I forgot what the other move is. His other electric move to a face. I should know it because I ran Toxicity on one of my teams, but I forgot what the name is. Overdrive is what it was. I don't want to catch an Overdrive to the face. I have Wide Guard. I think I'm just going to Wide Guard, predicting Overdrive. And I'm going to Parting Shot out if I somehow live. He goes for the Discharge, not knowing that his Manaphy is going to be back and it's going to take damage from this, so he only does damage to himself. That does half. Wow, my opponent misplayed big time. I see what he's trying to do, but like that's not going to work because the Manaphy's faster than the Toxicity, so like, that'll never work. I think you need to go back to the drawing board with that one, but... Appreciate the free chip damage on the Manaphy though, that really helps me out. I just Hurricane here. I Hurricane and then I Surging Strikes. I'm gonna go Terra Water, Surging Strikes here. I think that's game. I don't know how he wins. If he's Terra Grass, Manaphy, maybe he can stay in the game, but like he's gonna get hit with a Hurricane here, so then he just gets destroyed. I don't know how he wins this now. He choked big time. That almost one-shots him. One hit of Surging Strikes almost one-shots him in the rain. That is so broken. Bad. I think my opponent had a chance to win there, he just played really bad. He played pretty damn bad there. I gotta call it how it is. You might want to go back to the drawing board and test that team some more, bud, because I think there's a lot you could do there to actually improve that. I could see what he's trying to do, like I see the thought concept behind that and that type of thing, but just poorly executed and not really thought out enough. That's the problem. I'll see you guys in another game. Player of the game. We're going against Copy Paste Rental Team. We both have 3 of the same Pokemon on our team. All that, so 4 of them. We have 4 of the same Pokemon on our teams. They have Fire, Water, Grass, the same Mons, and then we both have a Polyper. That is how fun this format is, y'all. When literally your opponents are running almost 75% of the exact same team, and that is what you're running into on the ladder most of the time. Hopefully Game Freak can help us, because holy shit, this is really boring. What do I even bring here? What does Zekrom do here? Like, this is a bad matchup for Zekrom too, because I lose to Calyrex. This is just an awful matchup for Zekrom. What do I gotta do here to try to win this? I for sure need Incineroar. I'm bringing an Incin. I'm going to try to bring the Zekrom. I don't know if it's going to work, though. I'm going to try to bring it. I have Terra Fairy, I guess I can maybe use. I bring the Plipper, I bring the Urshifu. I think that's the way to do it. I'm just gonna bring the same 4 as I brought last match. Rillaboom does nothing here, gets destroyed. And everything else I have really doesn't do that much. It just depends on what he brings, but Rillaboom for sure gets destroyed. This ain't bad. This ain't too bad. I just get intimidated. But I have the clear amulet, so it doesn't affect me or so. This ain't too bad of a match here. Like, I can actually set up a Dragon Dance here. I'm gonna try to at least. I'm gonna fake out his Urshifu. And then I'm gonna hope he doesn't fake out Zekrom here. And I'm gonna try to set up a Dragon Dance. We just pretty much trade fake outs. That's what this is. I don't know. What do I do here? I have Will-O-Wisp, so I'm gonna Will-O-Wisp the Urshifu here, and I'm gonna keep going for Dragon Dance. I need to set this thing up. I think if I were my opponent here, what he's gonna do, he's gonna go for knockoff and then like U-turn out. Probably go into Cali Ice. That's what I would do. Or if he has Will-O-Wisp on his own Incineroar, he goes for that here. Okay, he's Terra Ghost. To try to dodge a Bolt Strike, I guess. You just make yourself weak to knockoff, though, so like I don't really know what that's supposed to do. And like he takes the Terra away from the Calyrex. Well, I'm still dead Surging Strikes anyways. That might be bandit damage with how much that's doing. That's even at -1, and that literally fucking kills me. That might be bandit or Urshifu, actually. It's either bandit or it's Mystic Water. It does so much damage. He gets a crit on knockoff, because of course he does. Of course. I don't know, I'm sure it's Scarf for Shifu, so I think what I do here is just go into that right now. The Zekrom outsped the Urshifu, so he's not choice Scarfed, that's for sure. I'm just gonna lock myself into Surging Strikes here. If he wants to switch out into like Raging Bolt, he can, or Rillaboom for whatever reason. And then I'm just gonna go for the Bolt Strike here. +1 Bolt Strike should do a fuck ton of damage. Okay, Raging Bolt comes in. I don't know. Will a Bolt Strike one-shot an Urshifu from full? We're gonna find out right now. Biggest test for the Zekrom. Nice, perfect. Huge KO. That's what we needed. Issue now is though is that Incineroar comes back in for free and just intimidates me because I don't have my clear amulet now though. He intimidates both of my mons for free. And like I can't really touch the Raging Bolt at all. Like a Raging Bolt just sits on the field. I can't touch this thing. Especially if he's Terra Fairy. I guess he can't go for Terra because he already used that. I'm forced to protect on this turn. Otherwise he just fakes me out and like their Urshifu just drops here to like a Thunderclap. I kind of want to actually switch their Urshifu out into Blipper. I really do. I'm just going to do that. Switch out into Blipper. I think I'm what Terra am I on this Blipper? I'm Terra Ghost, so that's not. I wish I was Terra Ground. Terra Ground would be perfect for this game. I gotta protect here. Will a neutral Dragon Claw get rid of this Raging Bolt? We're gonna find out on this next turn, because if it doesn't, I think I just lose to Raging Bolt. Like, I never brought Rillaboom because he has Calyrex, so... There's the fake out. I'm expecting Thunderclap here. Either Thunderclap or Calm Mind. Volt Sway, I'm dead. Oh wow, he brings down the Sash. So that tells me he has Calyrex in the back for sure. Show me Calyrex, because I'm pretty sure that's what he has. I don't know if there's any way I actually win this. I don't think there's any way I win. Because he's going to switch out here. I think the Raging Bolt comes in again here. He switches the Incineroar out for sure. I mean, I can go for Wide Guard here. I can go for Wide Guard and then go for Dragon Claw, predicting the Raging Bolt to come in. I think that's what I do here. He's going to stay in, though. I mean, at this point in the game, though, like, he knows the Raging Bolt just wins. So, like, I don't know why he would even switch it out. That does nothing. Especially if he has Parted Shot. This is the problem with Zekrom. Like, you just get, if you don't have your clear amulet, you just get fucking intimidated and spammed to death. Like, you just do little, like, smaller and smaller amounts of damage. There's the Glacial Lance. And I don't even know what I do here, though. Like, what the fuck do I even do? I'm at -2. And, like, he just goes right back into Incineroar here on this next turn. Like, I can go for Tailwind here, I guess, if I really want to. I just have nothing for Calyrex. Like, what do I have for Calyrex? I don't have anything. I literally don't got anything for Calyrex. I guess I had Flutter Mane, but, like, Flutter Mane doesn't do shit. Because I don't have it even on my squad. I mean, I can go for Wide Guard again. I think he just goes for, like, a Volt Switch again, though. I think what he does, he stays and just goes for Volt Switch and gets rid of the Blipper here. And he could have just protected here, too. Like, the Zekrom's just fucking dead weight. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do here because the Zekrom just does no damage. Literally does no damage. I'm at -2 already. Like, I'm not going to do anything. I don't even think I could get the KO on the Raging Bolt. He actually lives that because I'm so low on attack already. There's no way I win this now. So the Flipper's being gone with no Wide Guard, there's no way I win. I'm down to like 2 rain turns. The Zekrom's at -3, there's no way this thing's gonna do anything. Like, he doesn't know I'm Scarfed or Shifu either, but like I can't actually... Oh, he actually goes Trick from... Never mind, I for sure lose now. I for sure lose the game now. If I didn't before, now I for sure lose. Gosh, is Calyrex so busted. It's the problem with Zekrom, though. Like, this is one of the Zekrom's bad matchups, and like, even this star-studded squad, like, this squad can't even fucking carry this thing. I tried everything I could with this thing, and it just couldn't do nothing. In the end, the Calyrex comes in late game and just starts clicking Glacial Lance and just fucking destroys everything and makes you lose automatically. That's kind of the problem with the Zekrom teams. What the fuck do I even do here? I mean, I can Surging Strikes, I guess, but he just goes right into Raging Bolt again. YOLO. What do I do here? I just set up. My only way to win this is try to set up. And, like, there's no way I win now because he starts clicking Glacial Lance and I just lose. Glacial Lance is such a fun and balanced move, too. Why those are even in the game and how, at the amount of power they are with the move is beyond me. Why is that still a thing? There's no way I win this. I surrender. There's no way I win. I think even without the Trick Room, I would have lost anyways, because Thunderclap just one-shots me, so... It's another matchup where I just instantly fucking lose. You get a bad matchup like that, especially versus Calyrex, and like that's the problem with Regulation G. If you're using something like Zekrom, especially Zekrom, when that does not match up into a lot of the really high usage stuff very well, like the Calyrex, and there's a few other things that really does not match up very well into. If you go against that stuff, which you will be going against a lot, you just automatically lose a lot of those games. Even if you do play really well, you gotta play your ass off to try to outplay your opponent, and most of the time, even it's like you're pretty much just wasting your time, they still end up bringing the match back anyways. It's kind of the problem with Regulation G. You just load into a match, and then you automatically lose depending on what restricted and like what team your opponent's really running most of the time. That's the main thing I fucking hate about Regulation G. At least with Regulation F and H, like everybody, when you load into a match, you both have the same amount of chance to win. Like there's gonna be a few things on each team that has better matchups into each of like your team and the opponent's team, but like usually it's most of an even match loading in. Like with Regulation G, you look in team preview. Oh, they have Calyrex Shadow Rider. Oh, I'm weak to Calyrex. I have one check to Calyrex. Oh, if that dies or if it gets played around, then I automatically lose. Oh, they have Calyrex Ice. Oh, I automatically lose. I don't have anything that really deals with Calyrex Ice. Kind of pretty much what Regulation G is. It's literally just rolling the dice and hopefully you get a good matchup on team preview into a restricted team that you can actually battle into most of the time. It's kind of what I really fucking hate about it. I'll see you guys in one more game. Alright, we're in another game. I was just talking about Calyrex Shadow, and now the game decided to put us against the Calyrex Shadow team, so it's going to be really fun. Iron Hands or Shifu. Here's another match too where my opponent literally has the same exact 3 Mons that I have in my team. So that's like 2 or 3 games in a row. The enemy team literally has about 3 or 4 of the same Pokemon that we both have on our teams. They have an Incineroar or Shifu and Rillaboom too. Wow, what a surprise. Iron Hands, Indeedee. I'm assuming that's just for size spam, so just size spam Calyrex with Expanding Force. I don't even know what I do here. I think what I do here is I lead Clipper and I lead Urshifu, and I just hope he doesn't lead Rillaboom or Incineroar with a lead. I think that's what I try to do here. Bring my own Incineroar in the back. What else do you want to do here? I mean, I can bring the Rillaboom to try to switch the terrain, but like, is it really even worth? I don't even know. Flutter Mane's okay into my opponent's team. I don't know if by itself if it's really enough though. That's the problem. I'm gonna try to bring. I'm gonna bring the Zekrom. I'm gonna try to bring the Zekrom. It's the last match I'm probably gonna do with this team. I know this team's had some really bad luck, especially my testing games. I'll talk a little bit more about it at the end of the video, but I've been getting absolutely fucking destroyed by like non-stop, even in the testing games. This team is just, I don't know if it's the team's bad, but like I think just overall Zekrom's just really garbage. That's why I say like it's one of the worst restricted in the entire format. Probably the worst one. I've been getting absolutely fucking destroyed like the entirety of, even in my testing games, this team. I had a few games I was able to win, but barely. We're gonna try to win this one. I don't know. I'm already regretting not bringing the Rillaboom. He doesn't know I'm Scarf or Shifu though, so like what I can do here is I can just go for Wide Guard. I'm going into the Incineroar here too, I guess. I don't know if that's really worth though. I think I'm better off just going for Surging Strikes. I don't know, maybe I can catch him off guard. He doesn't think I'm Choice Scarf. He won't go for Follow Me. He does anyways, though. He's Rocky Helmet just for Shifu. And I miss out on the KO because I get a low roll on the last one. That's fun. Calm Mind Calyrex, that's cool. Fun game this is. I don't know, I think I just spam Wide Guard. I spam Wide Guard. I mean, I can Surging Strikes again, but like what he does here, he just clicks Follow Me again. He sets up all over me, so. I'm Sash Pelipper though, so like he has to take me down to Sash with like a single target move. I think he just sets up to +2 though. I'm assuming he has Incineroar that's about to come in. That's why he's not scared of anything, because he's gonna fake me out on this next turn anyways. He has Terra Blast, okay. So that tells me he's probably Fairy Terra. Usually if they run Terra Blast, they're Fairy. Just a +1 boost. I mean, I think what he does here, I think he just fakes out the Polyper and he just goes for Astral Barrage and just literally just proceeds to sweep my entire team. I think that's what happens here. I'm going to try to wide guard. I don't think it's going to matter. And I'm just going to go for knockoff. I can't fake out because of the terrain. Now there's the Terra Fairy. There it is. There it is. Oh, he's actually Terra Fighting. Never mind. He's Terra Fighting for Incineroar. As if a +1 Astral Barrage wouldn't have 2-hit KO'd me anyways. Sash is broken now. This game's so fun. This game is so fun. I love this game. Regulation G hasn't even started yet. We're a week away from it officially starting, and like I'm already fucking fed up with it and I'm done with it. This shit sucks. This format fucking sucks. I can't even fucking do anything. This team also has nothing for Calyrex. This team also has literally no checks for Calyrex apart from wide guard. That's the problem with Calyrex and how fucking broken it is. If you do not have multiple checks on a team for Calyrex, you just get fucking rolled by it. That's what's happening to us last game, and now that's what's about to happen to us right now. We're about to get rolled by Calyrex. This is such a fun format. So fun. You don't run stuff for Calyrex, you just fucking automatically lose to it. That's so fun. Wide guard by itself just isn't enough. It's a shame. I'm gonna Hurricane now, and then I'm gonna try to go for Dragon Dance, because I have no other way to win. It goes for Parting Shot because I have Clear Amulet, so he wastes his turn. So that's great. I don't know if it really matters though, because I don't think Hurricane one-shots him because he has a Calm Mind. So like I'm forced to double into the Calyrex here, and the Polyper for sure doesn't outspeed him. So like either I wide guard here predicting Astral Barrage, or he still goes for a +2 Terra Blast, which I think just one-shots anything anyways. So either I go for, I think that's wide guard. I gotta hope a +1 Bolt Strike here is enough to get rid of the Calyrex. I'm assuming he's Sash Calyrex too. He has to be Sash. He has to be Sash Calyrex. If he has Calm Mind, he has to be Sash. He has Iron Hands too, that's great. As if I already didn't lose. I outspeed him, can I one-shot him? Okay, I do. That's huge. That is huge, okay. There's a small, little, tiny chance that I can maybe win this. Because now the terrain's gone, so he's able to just freely fake out and everything here. But I think what I do on this turn is I go Terra Ghost Polyper. I go Terra Ghost here. I lose the rain too, which really sucks. How do I win this? I don't know if there's any way I still win this though. Like that's the problem. Because I don't have rain either now. I gotta rely on Hurricane landing, and I don't think it's enough. I think I gotta get greedy here. Like either I go Terra Ghost here, predicting Damn, I don't know what I actually do here. I think I go Terra Fairy. I think he just has to hopefully just not fake out the Zekrom, and I can get some free damage here. I think that's what I have to do. I need to get some damage on the Incineroar. I'm gonna go Terra Fairy here, and I'm gonna set up again. I think my only way to win this is if I Dragon Dance one more time and go Terra Fairy. I can take reduced damage from the knockoff and from the close combat and everything too. If I can at least buy one turn of setup here and get to +2, that'd be great. He's gonna fake me out though. I need this Hurricane to land. This Hurricane needs to land right now. I need a Confusion. That does nothing. I get a Confusion though, okay? The game's trying. It really wants me to stay in the match. There's the wild charge, I'm dead. So now it's a 2v1. I think I still need to try to step to win this. Oh, like, I don't know if... Is a Bolt Strike, does that do enough? I don't know if a +1 Dragon Claw, even 2 shots to Iron Hands from this range. I gotta hope a Bolt Strike is enough here. +1 Bolt Strike has to be enough to get rid of Incineroar, please. Okay, it is. There's a chance I can maybe win. It's gonna be really close, though. I think the only way if he has to hit me is like Wild Charge. Oh, he has Iron Head. Never mind. Never mind, he has Iron Head for Flutter Mane. Never mind. So I guess I should have never went Terra Fairy. I'm curious though, like, will a Dragon Claw actually get the KO here? How much does a Dragon Claw do? Can I get a crit, please? Can I get a crit? I don't. It's a 2-hit KO. So if he didn't have Iron Head, I would have won. I will admit though, I got really lucky and I almost brought the game back, but that was just because of pure luck. I kind of just YOLO'd and I ended up setting up and it ended up working out there towards the end. But I still ended up losing because it has the Iron Head, so that sucks. Either way, I still lost, but it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. That's just I just got really lucky there and I ended up setting up and it ended up working out. I was able to get the one shot on the Calyrex there, but I guess if I wouldn't have went Terra Fairy on the Zekrom, maybe I would have lived a wild charge, but it's fucking Iron Hands. I don't think I would have. I'm not sure though. Somebody'd have to run the calc, like take the sets from the paste and run the calc there. See if I would actually lived, like if being Terra Ghost, a neutral wild charge there, if I would have actually lived that, if that was the case, I maybe would have still been able to win if I would have never went Terra Fairy, but I went Terra Fairy so he couldn't close combat me, and so I would have took reduced damage from knockoff. That's why, in case I needed to set up another Dragon Dance, that's kind of my thought process, but kind of bit me in the ass there, and maybe would have won if I would have never Terra Fairied. I don't know, at that point in the game, I don't know if I would have won anyways, just pure luck pretty much, so kind of sad. Another 2 matches in a row where I'm losing to Calyrex. That's a common theme, especially with Zekrom. Let's talk a little bit about this team. Alright, as for this team, I do think this team is good. Like, I don't think it's like a bad team. But like, if you're using Zekrom, I think overall, if you really want to use it, you're just asking to lose. Even this team, like, being really well built, I think that the team overall is really well built for what it's trying to do. I think Zekrom overall is just such an awful restriction in the format where even if you have a team that tries to make it work, most of the time you just automatically lose a lot of the time. The one thing you really need this thing to do is just set up Dragon Dance. And like, the ability to set up Dragon Dance versus most people, you're never going to have that happen to you. They're not going to let you set up like free 1 or +2 Dragon Dance most of the time to actually start doing decent damage and like outspeeding stuff. That's kind of just the main problem with Zekrom. Like, you really need like 1 or 2 Dragon Dances to actually start one-shotting stuff and like actually putting in work. And at that point in the game, like, there's just not really much reason to use it over like Miraidon or even like Raging Bolt if you really want to use a similar thing. You're just using Zekrom because it's a physical mod, but it's literally the same typing as both of those that are just way better. One of them's not even a restricted, and the other one's a restricted that just does its job way better. It also sets up electric terrain. So like, there's literally no reason to really use this thing at all. That's kind of the main problem with Zekrom. I'm really sad too because like, I really like the Gen 5 legendaries. I love Reshiram, like I love Zekrom. They're 2 of my favorite legendaries, especially from Gen 5. Like, I think they're both really, really bad. I think even Reshiram's maybe a little bit better. You could argue because you can pair it under Sun, but like, even then you're forced to run Torkoal or Ninetales. You can't even use a restricted to set up your Sun. I think Zekrom will be way better if we do get a double restricted format. I think that'll be a mon that a lot of people are going to be looking at because I think in that format it could actually have potential. You could pair it alongside Reshiram or something for like double damage with like Fusion Bolt and like Bolt Strike, or Fusion Flare and Bolt Strike to get the double damage or whatever those moves are. That'd be kind of cool interaction, and a few other things. Like, pair this thing alongside Miraidon for electric terrain. Like, there's a few different type of pairings you can put this thing into like a double restricted format, but like, for single restricted, Zekrom's garbage. It is literally, the problem with this team too is like, there's really not many checks to Calyrex. I think I got, in my testing games, I went against 3 Calyrex teams. I lost to all of them. I think like 2 of the games you guys see, I think I went against a Calyrex Shadow and an Ice. I think I lost to both of those as well. So like this team overall, even with having Wide Guard, even like Incineroar on this team, and even Flutter Main, it's just not enough for Calyrex. Like you need more like solid checks to Calyrex on this team. It just isn't enough. Which is really a lot to say because Calyrex, if you need more than like 3 fucking checks on a team for one Pokemon, don't you think that's a little bit over centralizing? I don't know, I think Calyrex should be fucking banned, but I guess Game Freak thinks it's somehow balanced. It wouldn't be that much of a problem if it wasn't allowed to Terra, but like being that both of the Calyrex forms can either go like Terra Fire or Terra Water for like Ice form, most of the time to dodge Will-O-Wisp or like dodge a lot of the super effective damage. And then the Shadow form to just either go like Terra Fighting, Dark, or Fairy to like counter either Incineroar or like that type of stuff, or just for like a defensive Terra to not take super effective damage. And I think that's a little bit broken. I think that's the thing that just really breaks them both. If they weren't allowed to Terra, I think they'd be a lot more balanced. But being that they can just Terra out of their weaknesses and like dodge Sucker Punch and like all the other like common moves that are 4 times weak too, just really busted in that type of way. I don't know. Still crossing my fingers that when they actually, at least I'm recording this, the rules aren't announced for Regulation G yet. Still really crossing my fingers and hoping that they announce it and make it so Terra's banned. I think that would make the Regulation G second iteration for this year a lot more interesting, but I highly doubt it. But we'll find out. Overall, if you guys want to use Zekrom, solid team. If you guys want to try to make it work, Rental in the corner, paste down below. Not a bad team at all. I just think overall Zekrom into the Regulation G format versus all their other restrictions just gets his ass kicked every single game by like 90% of them. So if you want to lose a lot, by all means, try to use Zekrom. There you go. It's kind of what it comes down to, and the hard facts, pretty much. So, if you guys like the video, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. I also stream over here on the channel, usually Friday and Saturday nights. Saturday nights I usually stream Wi-Fi battles, and Friday nights you stream like Overwatch 2, Apex Legends, and a bunch of other stuff. So if that interests you guys, subscribe. I also stream sometimes on Twitch, usually on Sunday nights every once in a while. So if you guys want to follow me over there, link that down below in the description. I'm gonna get out of here. Peace out, everybody. Thanks for watching.